We all remember those childhood days. You know, the ones where we spent hours playing in imaginary worlds with our best friend. And for one brief moment, time just seems to stand still. Well, in the Voxel Agents' beautiful new puzzle game, The Gardens Between, we can turn back the clock and relive those moments one more time. Following childhood friends Irina and Frent, we float away on a sea of memories and wash up on islands built from the events in their past. Be it building their treehouse together or visiting the local science museum, these worlds which they share are precious and idyllic retreats from their current reality, built upon the objects they saw and the time they spent together. And time really is the key factor here, as manipulating the flow of time and its effects on the world is the core mechanic of the game. It's how you solve the environmental puzzles that block your path and prevent you from lighting the lantern at the peak of each aisle. The controls themselves are incredibly simple, just using 3 buttons for the entire game: left, right, and a single button prompt to interact with objects. These direction keys not only push you along the path, but also represent the flow of time, with moving right pushing time forward, whilst heading left turns back the clock. And of course, doing nothing, well, as you'd imagine, this pauses time altogether, which, more often than not, is exactly what's called for the slightly more out-of-the-box puzzles. That said, the puzzles are never really too taxing. The developers are on record as saying they wanted to create a game anyone can play and enjoy, and whilst you do occasionally have to take a moment and think, the puzzles are meant to be more a part of the environmental storytelling rather than as a challenge meant to impede you. The Gardens Between has definitely been built to be played in a single sitting, with nothing getting in the way of learning the tale of these two friends. And that's what this game really is. It's a short story. Beautiful, succinct, and accessible to all. Everything is told through gorgeous visuals and simple yet elegant world design. And considering up until this point, this small Australian studio have mostly worked on projects for mobile platforms, the team at the Voxel Agents have done a fantastic job capturing and translating that childlike wonder onto a large screen, in a game pretty much anyone can play and enjoy. The game is available now on PC, Mac, PS4 and Nintendo Switch, though the one thing I will say, those of you who place a dollar value on your time or expect a certain bang for your buck, this game is at most only 2 to 3 hours long, with very little if any replayability. Like childhood and time itself, it's an experience but a fleeting one. That said, I still believe it's well worth checking out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can follow us on all the social medias over at the Kilobits. I've been John, and I will catch you next time.